everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this morning I'm going to be filming a chatty Q&A, but I thought I would do it whilst I get ready just to save a little bit of time in my day because I've got so much that I need to get on with today. It's actually ridiculous. As we all know, I think a lot of us at the moment are self-isolating or trying to stay indoors as much as possible, is what I'm going to call it, because I actually need to go to the shop later and get some food, so I'm not completely self-isolating. However, I am just trying to spend as much time on my own and as much time indoors as possible, and I've got a super long list of things I need to get on with today, for uni mostly and for YouTube and stuff. So I'm going to do my makeup, get ready for the day, make myself look a little bit nicer than this, and I'm going to answer some questions. So I asked on Instagram last night for some questions. I've screenshotted a load. I've actually got quite a few. Like, I was really surprised at how many people had questions for me. I was expecting like 10 maybe, but there's so many on there. So I'm just gonna crack on with it really. I'm just getting some concealer out of a pot with a eyeshadow brush, don't mind me. So I'm just gonna answer as many as I've got time for, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video and you find it helpful. So the first question I'm gonna answer is, do you think you made the right decision to live by yourself in second and third year? 100% yes. So if you are new to my channel and you don't really know my situation, obviously I lived in halls for my first year of uni, and then I moved into a shared house with a group of girls, and it just didn't work for me. I really didn't like it at all. So I was lucky enough to be able to move out, and I got this place on my own. This is like a private student accommodation, and I've got my own studio room, which means I have my own kind of bedroom area, little kitchen area and a bathroom, and it works perfectly for me. I'm so grateful that I was able to do that, and feel very lucky that I was fortunate enough to just kind of leave the house and leave the contract when I needed to, because my mental health was awful when I lived in that house. Like, I've never felt so anxious and down, and just like, I really hated it. So it just wasn't for me. So yes, I'm really happy that I decided to live on my own. I love this place. I feel very safe here, and in my third year, 2 of my friends actually live here. Well, 3 of my friends live in this building. So I've got people around me if I want to have company, and I do quite often hang out with my friends. Like, we go upstairs, there's a common room upstairs, and there's like a TV and sofas and pool table and stuff like that, so we quite often go up there and hang out together, which is really nice because it means that we can all have our own space when we want it, but if we are ever feeling lonely or like we want some company, then we've got each other there as well, which is so nice. Yeah, I'm super happy with my decision to move on my own. Somebody else asked, has your uni been closed because of the virus? Yes, it has. I addressed this actually in my last video. Yeah, my uni has closed. We are doing like online tutorials instead of face-to-face ones now, which there's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. It's just a bit frustrating because I'm in my third year, and it's super important that I, you know, get feedback on my work before I submit it, and it's just going to be a little bit more tricky now, but it could be worse, and yeah, it's fine. I'm not going to complain about it because it is what it is, and there are people far worse. I had quite a lot of people ask just how I'm doing in general, which is really lovely of you guys to ask. I actually filmed a video last night, which will already be on my channel as you're watching this, and I basically just talked about what is going on in my life, why I've been a little bit quiet on social media lately, and I had like a general chat about how I'm feeling and stuff. It was quite honest and open, so if you haven't seen that video, then go and check it out. I'll leave it linked in the description below as well. Next question is, how do you cope with the stress of uni deadlines? I feel like I've been dealing with them okay. I think they've actually been postponed now, so my deadlines for my final major project have changed because of the whole coronavirus thing, which a lot of people will see as a good thing. Personally, I don't really want the deadline to be changed because I'm not actually gonna benefit anything from having more time. Like, for me, I'm really on track with my project, and the only thing I really need is like face-to-face help, and to get help from my tutor, which isn't gonna happen, and giving me extra time, it isn't gonna change that. So for me, the extra time isn't really gonna do much, but I know they're trying to help people and give them you know, something to work with so they don't feel as anxious. But yeah, I feel okay. I'm pretty good at knowing if I've got a deadline and keeping on top of things, which I know not everybody is, but I've always been like that. I've always worked quite well in advance of things, and I never really leave work till last minute. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about all of my deadlines at the moment. I mean, I've only got 2, but yeah. And if you're one of those people that really struggle, all I can suggest is get a diary or a planner or something, and each day just make a list of what you would like to achieve. Make sure you've clearly got all of your deadlines written down somewhere so that they are constantly being shown to you, and then it should hopefully stick in your mind and you can crack on with some work, I guess. I don't know, it's really hard to give advice on something that you don't really feel. Like I said, I'm pretty good with knowing when I have a deadline and stuff, so yeah, I'm sure you'll all be fine. Good luck to any of you who are currently doing exams, or if you're at uni, especially if you're in your 3rd year, massive good luck to you, and I hope that you receive all of the help that you need whilst the unis are closed. I love this question. Somebody said, advice to 1st year students going into Solent and doing the beauty promotion course. So that is the course that I currently study. I have loved it so much, and I don't really have any advice for you other than just enjoy it, and I promise you it's a really, really fun course to do. Take up all of the opportunities that you can. Like, there's always a lot of talks and stuff going on at the uni, and lots of industry professionals come in and have chats with you. Make sure you always attend those because it's really important. A lot of people on my course didn't bother to go to any of them, and I just think whilst you're at uni and you've got those opportunities, definitely do it, because it helps you make contacts, and you never know when you might need a contact in the industry. So yeah, just thoroughly enjoy it, put all of your work into it, you know, try really hard and push for the best grade that you can get. Enjoy 1st year while you can, but do remember that even though 1st year doesn't technically count towards your grade, you need to pass it. And I think the best mindset to have is that you should always try your best, no matter whether it counts or not. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoy the course. Next question is, how did you get over a breakup and continue doing uni? I had quite a lot of questions actually about breakups. I think I'm going to do a separate video on this, even though I feel like I'm still not really in a position to properly talk about it, because my personal experience of recent breakups haven't been something that I'm going to be able to share online properly, which sounds so weird, and I feel like really stupid because I keep talking about this, but I feel like I'm not explaining it properly, and that's just because I can't, because I don't want people to hate my ex-boyfriend, and I feel like if I was completely honest about everything, then everyone would hate him and be nasty. There's a bit of fluff in the air. And my camera battery is dying, that's fab. Yeah, I think I will do a video at some point soon, just advice on breakups, and all I can say right now is that just think about it this way. In a few years time, you will look back on this situation and you will wonder why you worried. You will probably laugh at yourself for caring so much, and it's normal to feel shit, it's normal to cry, it's normal to, you know, not understand your emotions and know what to do in that situation. But just hang out with your friends and your family, try and distract yourself as much as possible, take some time to just like be you and have time on your own, and just do whatever you need to do that's going to make you feel better and make you feel more positive about it. And just think it happens for a reason. If you are not supposed to be with somebody, then it won't work out, and you've just got to just look into the future and stop worrying about the past, because there's nothing you can do to change it. You're obviously not supposed to be with that person, so just ride it out, just see what happens. And yeah, if anyone ever needs to message me about anything, you know, I've been through some pretty sour breakups, so if you want any advice off me, you don't have to, but if you do ever feel like you need to message me, then give me a message and I can attempt to give you some advice and be there for you. I don't know how many more questions I'm going to be able to answer before my camera dies, so I'm going to stop doing my makeup and just answer a few. So next question, what are your plans for after uni? Do you have a dream job career? Yeah, so my plans for after uni at the moment, I'm going to be moving to London, and I'm going to be moving on my own, getting an apartment, a flat, whatever, and just looking out for a job really. It will be something to do with social media or marketing or the beauty industry, something to do with that, or like maybe a magazine or something. I'm not entirely sure. Next question, would you ever want to go fully plant-based or vegan? I've actually answered this question in a video that I filmed for Mutha, which is a brand that I work for, so I'll leave a link in the description to this video, and I talk about all things vegan, vegetarian, looking after the planet, like, and I eat pizza in the video, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave that down below and you can go and watch that. Next question is, are you secure in your body? I think that's a really, really tricky question, and I think I have some days where I do feel good and I feel confident, and I feel other days where I feel shit and I hate my body. I think it's a journey. I think nobody loves themselves instantly, and I think it's good to have a little bit of insecurities, because if you just fully loved yourself all the time, I think that might be a bit unhealthy. But obviously it is healthy to love yourself and be confident and happy in who you are, because it's not really going to change. You know, you've got your body for life and you might as well love it. There's no point in wasting time hating it. So I just try and do things that make me feel good, like eating well makes me feel good inside, and going to the gym and doing exercise and yoga and stretches and all that kind of good stuff, going for a walk, getting some fresh air, just feeling like I've done a bit of exercise in a day makes me feel so much more confident. And yeah, that's another thing I could do a video on. If you guys want it, let me know down below. Have your course mentioned predicted grades? We might get them for ours. No, they haven't said that to us yet. I think we're still going to be getting our grades on our final projects, but I think that is something that some unis are potentially talking about, which is super scary, and I would hate that. I would feel really disheartened if that happened to me. Yeah, I think it's such a hard time at the moment if you're at uni and this whole thing is going on, because it's just like, it just feels like your last few months at uni have just been like taken away and changed, and it's a really odd feeling. What's the biggest thing you'll miss about uni? Definitely my friends. I'm gonna miss Amber and Sean so much, and I'm gonna miss like spontaneous evenings out to the pub and, you know, pizza nights together, and I'm really, really gonna miss it. So we have probably moved positions, but my camera battery died, so I finished getting ready, I've done my hair, and I'm all ready for the day, and I just thought I would answer a couple more questions. So the next question is, how do you deal with feeling lonely? I think because I live on my own, people assume that I feel lonely quite often, which can be the case. I feel like I'm pretty good just with my own company, and the majority of the time I am absolutely fine to just be on my own and I don't really get lonely. I'm very good at distracting myself. I feel like I never really get bored. I never really feel alone as such, and if I do feel lonely, then I will give my friends a message. So Sean literally just lives a few floors down, so does my friend Amber. So if I am feeling a bit down, I've learned to not sit on my own and dwell in it. I will give them a message and I'll be like, girls, can we do something, or can we hang out, or can you come to my room, can I come to your room? I just surround myself with people if I feel lonely. Or if you haven't got that option and you are on your own and there's nobody that you can see or talk to, then do something that you enjoy. Read a book, try and escape from reality, or watch some of your favourite YouTubers, or watch a film that's going to make you laugh. Like, just do something. And yeah, I guess that's kind of how I deal with loneliness. Also, writing really helps me. So if I'm feeling really, really shit, I will write all of my thoughts down. Like if I'm feeling down about a specific reason, I will get a notebook and write down why I'm feeling shit, and that sometimes helps me. Next question is, favourite YouTubers, Netflix shows, books, etc. Anything to keep me occupied. So obviously I'm aware that a lot of people are going to be self-isolating at the moment and being on their own, and they want lots of things to do. So I'm currently reading, I'll go and get them. I'll get my favourite books. So yeah, like I said, I've been reading Sally Rooney's Normal People, which I've almost finished, which is really good. I'm then going to move on to Flowers in the Attic by Virginia Andrews, and then two books that I've read recently that I absolutely love. I mean, it's not really recently, I read this ages ago, but I am not very good at reading. I read The Tattooist of Auschwitz, and I really, really want to get the second one that's come out. There's The Journey of Silka, I think it's called, and I'm so desperate to get my hands on that because I loved this book so much. I read it quite a while ago now, and I remember sitting on the train crying my eyes out reading this book, so it's really good. And then I've also recently read Over the Top by Jonathan Van Ness. It does usually have a cover on it, but I took it off because I don't like covers on hardback books. It really annoy me. So yeah, that's what I've been reading lately. Netflix shows, what have I been watching on Netflix? Okay, so a few of my favourite shows on Netflix that I think you should all watch. I watched a series called Pose, which was really, really good. Gilmore Girls is obviously like a classic. Sex Education, I absolutely loved that. Gavin and Stacey, of course. Queer Eye is amazing. I love Queer Eye. You is an amazing series. If you haven't watched that, you should watch that. Oh, Dr. Foster is a really, really great show. I think it was actually a BBC programme, and then they played it and then they put it on Netflix, and it's really good, so I recommend that. Fresh Meat is really good. Friday Night Dinner. Skins, if you've never seen Skins, you should watch that. I feel like these are all really, really good series that are just like classics, and if you've never seen them, you might as well watch them whilst you've got a bit of spare time. So I hope that was helpful. Oh, favourite YouTubers. I've been obsessed with Grace at the moment. She's called Grackle on YouTube, and she does like lots of food videos and funny videos, and she's just a very positive and funny person to watch, and it's just very light-hearted entertainment, so I definitely recommend her. I'll leave links to all of these guys in the description. I've been listening to Jamie Lang's podcast so much recently. Like, I've been obsessed with Private Parts podcast, so definitely check that out. Mark Ferris, Charlotte Emily Price, who else have I been watching? Katie Snooks, I've been watching her quite a lot. That's about it really. They're all my favourites at the moment, I think. The last question I'm going to answer is, let's do one more. Somebody asked me, why did you go back to uni with the virus happening? So I went back home to Devon for a week just because I needed some time out. I talked about it in my previous video. So I went home for like just under a week, and then the only reason I actually came back to Southampton, I was going to stay in Devon, but I needed to come back here because I still got things to do for my final major project that involved being in Southampton, so I needed my camera to take some photos of some stuff for my project, which was here. So I've come back. I think I'm going to be here for a week or so, and then I'm gonna pack a suitcase and head back home. Because uni's closed, there's no point in me being here. Obviously I've got my friends here, but we can't go out and really do anything anyway. I think the pubs and everything are probably going to close soon, so there's not really going to be any point in me being in Southampton. So I think I'm going to be heading back, and then I might pop back occasionally. It really depends on how this whole coronavirus thing plays out. Like, I'm just taking it day by day, seeing what happens, what the government is suggesting, and yeah, I'm just going to see what happens really. I can't really make any set plans, but the reason I came back here is because I had to for uni work. So yeah, that is the last question I'm going to answer. I hope that you all enjoyed this. I feel like I filmed a video last night and I'm filming this video now. I feel in the swing of things, and I just want to keep chatting and chatting, but I've got other things to do. I need to do some uni work. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below if you've got any other questions you want me to answer, or if you just want to have a chat, leave me a comment down below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed, because I feel like I'm going to be making a lot of videos over the next couple of weeks. So keep your eyes peeled for those, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much if you sent in a question. Yeah, I will see you very soon with another video. Goodbye!